Assalamu alaikum everyone, how are you? I hope you're having a good time. Inshallah, today we're going to begin our first period regarding SAT basics. So we're first going to talk about nouns and adjectives. So the first question is, what actually is a noun? And the answer is very simple. A noun is the name of a person, a place, an object, or an idea or a thought. So for example, the name of a person, for example, is Ahmed. A place, for example, the city or the street. An object, like for example, a car, a pencil. And of course, an idea is, when we say a thought or an idea, we mean something that's not materialistic, something that I cannot hold in my hands. For example, let's say, for example, happiness. So happiness is a thought or an idea. Now, this is what a noun is. On the other hand, an adjective is simply a word used to describe a noun. So an adjective is a word that describes, or in other words, modifies a noun. Now let's try to apply what we just learned in this sentence. So let's try to identify what the nouns are and what the adjectives are. Okay, so first let's start reading. You will see I. Now I want to tell you something. I is not a noun, rather it's a pronoun. Inshallah, pronouns are going to be covered in a future video, inshallah. So let's continue reading. I saw a big dog. Dog is an animal, so it's a noun. And look at the word big. The word big describes the dog. A very neat trick to identify where the adjective is and where the noun is, where the adjective is, is to ask yourself, does this word describe the dog? Does it tell me which dog I'm talking about? So which dog I'm talking about? The big dog. Yes, it does modify the word dog, or it does describe it. It helps me identify which dog I'm talking about. I'm talking about the big dog. And therefore, it's an adjective. Now, this is what we all are used to. We're always used to seeing an adjective directly beside the noun. We're always used to seeing anywhere an adjective beside the noun. So for example, examples that we usually see in the school or anywhere is, for example, the red car. So people will simply say, car is a noun, it's an object, so it's a noun. And then they will say, which car I'm talking about? I'm talking about the red car. So in this case, red is an adjective. And this is actually what you're going to encounter most of the time. Most of the time, you will meet sentences in which the adjective is actually beside the noun. But I want us to continue reading this example, so to prove that this is not always the case. Not always will you find, and let me write it to you here, this is especially important in SAT, not always will the adjective be besides the noun. Besides the noun. There's an S here, but anyway. So for example, let's continue reading this example we have here. I saw a big dog in the street. The street is a place, so it's a noun. But it was friendly and cute. The word friendly describes the dog. It helps me identify which dog I'm talking about. Which dog are you talking about? I'm talking about the friendly dog. And the word cute also does the same. The word cute also describes the dog. So this teaches us the first trick that I want you to know regarding adjectives in SAT is that not always will the adjective be beside the noun. Now, let's talk about another rule that's important later on, inshallah, which is that usually if we have two adjectives describing a noun, there might be a comma in between. It's grammatically correct. So for example, I can say the fast red car. Here we know that car is our noun. Red answers the question which car, so it's an adjective. And fast does the same. It answers the question which car, so it's also an adjective. We can say the fast red car, or we can put a comma in between. So the rule says if you have two adjectives, you can put a comma in between and it won't be wrong. So I can say the fast red car, or the fast, comma, red car. Both of them are grammatically correct. Now, this is perhaps the most important tip. I'm really sorry about the background noise. This, the tip I'm going to say right now, is the most important tip in the SAT examination when it comes to adjectives. Don't be fooled if there are multiple adjectives. So for example, this is the trick they use in the SAT. Like I've told you previously, the thing that they try to do most in SAT is put a lot of stuffing, put a lot of words that will make you confused. So what they do in the SAT is that they might put 3 or 4 adjectives, and after the 3 or 4 adjectives, they will put a noun. So as to confuse you and make you ask yourself, where is the noun? Now, the trick in this is usually to search for the noun. To be honest, most of the time, it's actually the last word in the sequence, but we are going to take further examples to demonstrate this error later on, inshallah. It will be one of the scenarios that we take. But until this time, I hope that you understood what a noun is, I hope you understood what an adjective is, and the important points in both. Thank you for listening.